What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME, as well as the broader market, and after that we're going to check the options flow for all three of them. So today AMC was up for 1.18% for the day. We can see the average volume on AMC is around 48.57 million, but today it was around 68.31 million. As we know already, there is the situation which is getting extremely intense in Europe between Russia and Ukraine, which sent the stock market into the downtrend today. But AMC and GME both held up pretty well. A lot of stocks were down 5 to 10% today. AMD was down almost 10% for the day without any big major news on it. Still, the stock was down. It's just the overall broader market is going down. We have to wait and see what's going to happen in the following week. When we come over to the GameStop, we can see GameStop was up for 1.45% for the day. The average volume on GME is around 3.9 million, but today it was around 2.82 million. The volume was a little bit lower than the average volume, but there was a lot of positive sentiment coming towards GameStop and AMC, and the overall broader market was going down. And now when we come over to the SPY, we can see the SPY was down for 1.97% for the day. It opened with 451.61 for the day, but then after that, on the news that it came out that the situation is getting very intense in Europe. Russia might invade very soon in Ukraine. It sent the overall stock market in an extreme downtrend. Well, in the aftermarket, we can see the market is start going up a little bit. We just have to wait for the next week and see what is going to happen. We have a secret Fed meeting happening on the 14th of February, which can create more fear into the market if the Fed comes out and they increase the rate hike before the month of March, just in order to counterpart the inflation numbers that came out recently, which is extremely higher than what it was expected. So the Fed might increase the interest rate on the February 14 meeting, which can send the stock market again in the downtrend. And we are in a very close situation in Europe. It can blow out any moment. And if that happens, the SPY is going to tank. In just my personal opinion, you should be staying out of this kind of a crazy market. You can only make money on the down rather than going up. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. By looking at the options flow for AMC, I can tell you very clearly investors are still onto the bearish side for the stock. When I increase the premium a little bit, I can see very clearly investors are still buying a solid put with a solid amount of money, and they are giving enough days for them to expire. The rest, there is nothing much of a suspicious options flow coming out of the AMC. We can see clearly there are some calls and there are some puts, but most of them are onto the put side, which means they are betting that the stock is going to go down from here onwards. Now let's come over to GME. Now by looking at the options flow for the GME, I can tell you today was the most amazing day of GameStop. The volume was slight bit lower than the average volume on GME. So the most amazing thing today for GameStop is majority of the whales today were just onto the call side. There was not even a single put coming in from the whale. Though when I bring down the premium a little bit, I can see clearly there are a few put buyers that are coming in, but majority of them were onto the call side. That means they are betting that the stock is going to go up from here onwards. These are basically retail investors, and they are betting that this GameStop is going to go up from here onwards. Which now, when I see what was the options flow for last 7 days, and I can see the majority of the whales were onto the put side, and they were not just one or two. There were a lot of put buying happening on GameStop throughout the week. But suddenly today something happened that the entire option flow is onto the call side, which is very interesting. Investors are expecting that the stock is going to go up from here onwards. Now let's have a look at the options flow for the SPY. I can see it very clearly that lot of whales are betting to the downside of the SPY, and they are buying the puts which are very close to the expiration. That means they are expecting huge moves coming in another 2 to 3 weeks time. There were not many call buyers, there are few of them, but majority of the whales are onto the downside of the SPY. And the more exciting thing about it is that they are buying an extremely close expiration date, that they are expecting a lot of downtrend coming into the SPY in the near future. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the spy. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers.